Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. A lot have been happening, and topmost in the list is the situation that Nnamdi Kanu is currently through right now. He's been brought from, Kenya down to Nigeria, and they are saying he must face trial. There have been multiple comments coming from everywhere. People have been talking, some for, some against, and all of that. But one of the people that Nigerians were really looking at was the governors. What will be their response? But shockingly, it's not coming as expected. Most people believe that the reason why they're overly quiet over it is the fact that their political interests must first be protected. They are really eyeing presidency come 2023. But right now, we're going to show you a particular group which is lambasting the governors now. And you'll be so shocked. Some of the reasons why they are presented why the governors needs to stand behind Nnamdi Kanu at a time like this. But before we give you all of that details, we'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. The 5 southeastern state governors have come under heavy castigation for keeping silence on the predicament of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB. A pro-democracy right group, Foundation for Environmental Right Advocacy and Development, FENRAD, condemned the silence of the governors. FENRAD noted that the silence of governors seeing the illegal smuggling into the country of Nnamdi Kanu is part of the reason citizens of Nigeria within the jurisdiction of the 5 governors transfer their loyalty and allegiance to the IPOB leader and his secessionist bid. According to the executive director of FENRAD, Comrade Nelson Nwafo, I quote is what he said: had the 5 regional governors been alive to their responsibility without creating the kind of leadership vacuum, discontent, and disconnect that created, resulting in disillusionment among the common people in the region, the youthful energy that went into pushing for the region's exit from the rest of Nigeria or into plebiscitary restoration of Biafra would have otherwise been put into good use. The group pointed out that Kanu's tactics may not have been the most encouraging, but his cause is a legitimate one within guaranteed human rights documents. According to them, he said that the southeastern governors need not be reminded of the carnage that had befallen Biafra, or how proper it is to revisit that past and save our collective future as the governors all live through the 30 months of war. A time like this, when ethnic sentiment is playing out in the handling of disturbances like terror, banditry, kidnapping, and haters rampage in Nigeria, and when an Islamic cleric like Sheikh Gumi had solely become Nigerian de facto spokesperson in charge of the nation's back channel with bandits, or better still, Nigerian ambassador to the ungoverned territorial forest spaces and reserve occupied by bandits, the Southeast governors need to be equally heard as their region voices. Governors like El Rufai and others in the north, who are no less governors than their Southeast counterpart, together with other higher up in the federal government, including the president himself, who call a whole ethnic nationality a dot in a circle, have shown the region where APC-led government is headed, and yet none among a region's elected speaks quit. The 5 governors should remember they were elected to be good representatives and voices of their people, and not to be in league or cahoots with the federal government. Kanu's Insecurity agency came following the silence of the same 5 governors on the overrunning, maiming, sanguinary destruction in both lives and properties brought upon settled communities by the marauding and migratory headers, President Buhari's own untouchable kindreds and brethren, a regional insecurity for which the same 5 governors showed no resolve to address headlong. FANRAD regrets that while governors of other regions were able to come up and to back up with legislation, concrete regional security outfit like Omotekun and the likes, It took the Southeast governors more than a year after meeting with Mr. Mohammed Adamu, former police IG, to float the ambitious Ebubeagwu outfit, funding of which has largely remained a mirage. Today, the operational style, base, and other logistics concerning Ebubeagwu are not even a matter of public record. So the question becomes, whose silence and indifference created Eastern Security Network, ESN, in the first place? The group query. Wow, this is quite a serious issue considering some of the things that they have brought to light here. And don't forget that when we're talking about the issue of insecurity, I would say in the southern part of Nigeria, the worst hit has been, the southeast. And when it happened, everybody tends to turn deaf eye or deaf ears and pretended to be blind, as if they didn't know the extent to which these guys have, talking about the Fulani headers, to which they have damaged, the southeast. It took the intervention of Nnamdi Kanu for peace to some extent to be restored there, And before we now started hearing we are going to form this, these things had been for so long, nobody was ready, to come solve the problem. That's why now that he's going through a difficult time, people are talking, a lot of people are making statements and looking at the perspective where these guys are coming in. If we want to be so real, if we want to tell Nigerians the truth for me remains that sentiment is now in charge of the day. There is a lot of sentiments right now, and the sentiment revolves around ethnicity, ethnic sentiment, not even political sentiment whereby they said, okay, you belong to our party, so we must queue behind you and all of that. I'm talking about ethnic sentiment is getting really strong, whereby you see a particular group of people who are causing so much trouble around the country, and everybody looks at it as it is just crisis between two different economic groups. These ones are farmers and these ones are haters, and it keeps on going on and on. Nobody takes it really serious. Why? Because of ethnic sentiment. And that is why, if everybody seems to be protecting their own, it's a high time you also show some level of concern for whoever that is from your side. Though back home, we will address the issue, and if it needs us flogging you, if it needs us, raking you and getting angry, in our closet, we'll do it. But out there, because sentiment is what is ruling the day, you've got to also show your sentiment, You've got to also show it. Because if everybody is protecting their territorial, persons, you've got to think of that. And I think that's where these guys are coming from. It's really troubling that things will be happening. Nobody's protecting their side. While, at the other side, the protection is becoming very serious. Okay, for example, let's look at Zamfara State. As I'm talking to you, not less than 40 people have been killed. We've also had cases where university provosts have also been abducted. We've had where emirs also, within this week, I'm talking about this week, last week and today. We've also had cases of emir and I think his wife and 3 children also been abducted. Now, these things are enough for you to say, Zamfara State is becoming far tougher than the South is. Okay, everybody, security forces should move down to Zamfara State and they should restore peace. Instead, nothing like that is happening, These guys are having a field day, enjoying themselves to a point that you will hear someone saying something like, why not give the territorial boundaries to the bandits to protect? How can you be, giving rights to bandits? How would you even be thinking of such things? And guess what? Nobody seems to be looking that direction for them. Well, the bandits are hitting us, but however we can manage with them. Nobody is saying, military, come and erase this bandit out of our. The militaries are just waiting for a call. Call us, we're going to come and we're going to deal with them. Nobody's calling them because of what? Sentiment, ethnic sentiment. We don't want to destroy our own and all of that. So that's why you're seeing these guys lambasting the northern governor. And I think also it's high time, looking at how things are being run, we protect our own. We try to always be on the table of negotiations with our own, especially if what they are doing is not clearly against the people of the region. Because, hey, that's what is happening right now. Look, if you've watched one of our videos that we presented talking about the issue of anti-open grazing, has banned on open grazing. What did the Northerners say? They're talking about the Meitiala. What did they say? All what they are saying is that we are not going to allow that to happen. And if we allow it to happen, so much pity for the Southerners who are in the northern part of Nigeria. So you just realize there's a lot of sentiment, and nobody is supporting, nobody from North is really supporting that, hey, because of what you guys have been doing, talking about Fulani herdsmen, nobody wants you to stay in the South again. Go, come back home, let's see how we can. Nobody is ready to do that. Why? Because of ethnicity, sentiment, you know. I like to leave it there. Go to our comment section, let's interact. Looking at the situation on ground and looking at what these people say. What is your stake? What do you have to? What's your opinion on the silence of the